Colby Covington, you're on Half the Battle with Dan and Shaq. How's it going, man?
It's going good, man. Just out here living the dream, man.
So, Colby, you're coming off 30-25ing Dong Young Kim, and then you 30-26 Demian Maia. What does Colby Covington have to do to get a title shot?
I think I did what I need to do to get a title shot. We got the same resume. Tyron Woodley can say whatever you want. We beat the same guys. We got the same resume. Our last opponent is the same opponent, so, there's not much else I need to do. I can't be more dominant than I've been. I haven't been touched in my career, and Tyron Woodley's not even the first one to do that.
What's it going to take for him to take the fight with you?
It's going to have to take the UFC and Dana White. Let them know that either way, you're going to get paid regardless. You're going to get your pay-per-view money. You're not a pay-per-view draw, so, you're not going to get the UFC fight. So, I'm the next contender in line. The UFC is going to have to make you man up. But, he's probably going to be a diva and do what he's trying to do with Demian Maia. Hey, okay, you got to fight me on 4 weeks' notice. If you want to do that with me, whatever, I'll fight him on a week's notice.
Yeah, Colby, nice to meet you, man. But, Tyron, he likes to, act like you're not on his level and that because you got punched by Demian Maia. But the funny thing is, I recall him getting outstruck by Jake Shields back in the day. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think it's hilarious. He's just acting safer than he already is, I'm in his head, deep down inside, he knows what I did to him in the gym. So, he can put on this act and try and say these things, but he's saying a bunch of bullshit, to be honest. You saw Jake Shields, the worst striker in MMA outstriking, Roy McDonald, Nate Marquardt. Damian Maia was letting solid left hands on him, too. So, he's not a god like he thinks he is.
So we know T. Wood, he's the kind of guy, he likes to circle up against the fence and land that big right hand. What's the key to, getting around that? Because everyone else, they've been punked out before the fight even began.
The key to getting around that is just putting the pressure on him right away. You can't let him get into his type of fight. His type of fight is, let's back up to the cage, back up, act like we're on the fight, trying to, kind of dope someone in, and then boom, explode with the right hand. That doesn't work against me. I know his weaknesses. I know his fight style. So, that's the biggest thing, that he doesn't want to fight me. He knows that his style doesn't work against a guy like me. So, I'm going to put the pressure on and break him.
On paper, you guys are both on the same level of wrestling on paper. You were the Pac-10 champion. I think he was the Big 12 champion. But between you guys, who's the better wrestler here?
I don't think he was ever Big 12 champion. He couldn't beat the guy that was going to McDonald's every weekend, Johnny Hendricks. So, I don't think he ever got that elusive title. But, my level of wrestling is completely different than his. He may have credentials-wise, but wrestling-wise, he wrestled probably 100 live goes in American Top Team, and he didn't win one of those goes. So it's just a different level of wrestling and a different style of wrestling.
So, man, your last fight with Demian Maia, it really seemed like you were having so much fun out there. And it's not often that people have fun going to Brazil when everyone's screaming you're going to die. And not only that, you're taking on the #1 contender at the time on planet Earth. And, dude, we know what happened. You 30-26 the guy. Was that the most fun you've ever had inside the octagon?
Yeah, definitely. I had a great time, man. This is what I live for, man. I've been training for this since I was a little kid, since I was 6 years old. So, I'm just having so much fun. I'm just getting warmed up, man. I'm laughing and smiling and having fun because, honestly, you haven't even seen the best Colby Covington yet. So I'm just laughing at all the people, the doubters, all the people, like Tyron Woodley. Those are smiles for those guys because, we're just getting warmed up right now.
And, it's funny because like I said, how Tyron acts like you're not on his level. But to be honest, right now, you are the most talked about guy in the division. Everyone's talking about you all day, every day. And it's more than Tyron Woodley. Right now, you have the more hype. I just don't understand why he's not taking this fight.
Let's be honest. Let's look at the facts. Let's look at the numbers. There's a reason he's not taking the fight. He doesn't want to say my name. Honestly, he could tell the fans or the media and the world that, I'm not going to fight him. He has tell him he got outstruck by David. Or he can tell him the real truth why he doesn't want to fight me because I'm his worst nightmare and his worst matchup. He's not going to beat me, and he knows that deep down inside. So he's trying to weasel his way, look for this super fight that he's never going to get. I'm the next contender in line, man. He already fought Wonderboy twice. He already fought Lawler, the guy ahead of me. So, I'm next in line.
So a lot of people criticize you in that first round of the Maia fight because he landed a couple punches. But, for people that know what they're watching, we kind of know that, you were having fun out there. And if it was against a different opponent, like if you fought Wonderboy or even T. Wood, that you would have a different approach. So how do you respond to the criticism?
Haters gonna hate, man. I just gotta laugh at them. These are the same guys that said, "Oh, you'll never make it to UFC. Oh, you'll never be ranked. You'll never get top 10. Look at me now, motherfucker. I'm the best welterweight in the fucking world." They can say whatever they want to say. I'm a man of my word. I said I was gonna go for it. I was gonna put Demian Maia in the most exciting fight of his life. Oh, he caught one little tiny punch that gave me a little tiny cut. They got a little tiny bit of blood. That's all he did to fight. He got beat up. He got battered. He got finished at the end. So, I'm next in line. I'm the best welterweight in the world. Tyron Woodley needs to stop hiding.
When you get this chance to fight Tyron Woodley, if he accepts the fight, are you planning to put him on his back right away? Are you trying to strike with the guy? I mean, you said the pressure, but what would be the plan there?
For every fight, there's a different game plan. I'm not going to give away my game plan for a guy like that because he's next, man. We're going to fight next. Whatever he wants to duck me, I'm next in line. I'm the next guy to fight. But I will tell you, there's a different game plan for every fighter at this weight class, and I have the tools. I am the most well-rounded fighter in the world. If I fight Wonder Boy, I'm going to fight him a certain way. If I fight Demian Maia, I'm going to fight him a certain way. And Tyron Woodley's next, and I will fight him a certain way, but you just have to wait and tune in. But I guarantee my hand will be getting raised.
Okay, so last night we had Dustin Poirier, your teammate ATT, and then he fought Pettis, who is Rufus Sport, and there was a time where Tyron said that Pettis had the camp advantage going into the fight. Now, I know he wants to be ATT, but he's really Team Rufus Sport. So, what is the real extent of his relationship with ATT?
Yeah, he's not AT&T. The real ATT guys that are in the heart of ATT that are there every day in Coconut Creek, Florida, training year-round, He comes maybe once a year, and the only reason he came once a year is because he's trying to suck up to the gym owner and my manager, Dan Lambert. So he's trying to just be a kiss-ass. That's what Tyron Woodley is. He's an ass-kisser. I'm over here ass-kicking. Tyron Woodley's an ass-kisser.
So, Colby, look, a lot of people just like to, criticize you because you talk a little shit, which is actually very important if you want to get your name out there. But what they don't know is you're actually the kind of guy that you live at the gym. What's it like, basically training 12 hours every single day and being that focused on your goal?
Oh, I'm passionate about what I do, man. I set out for this goal since I was 6 years old. And when I set out for this goal, I set out to be the greatest of all time. So, this is fun to me. 12 hours in the gym, I love this shit. I eat this, I breathe it. I don't got no distractions. There's no wife, there's no kids, there's no girlfriend. I'm all in on this. So, I don't do anything else but MMA, UFC, and just think about fucking my next fight and how I can get better each and every day. So, I'm living this right now. I am the best welterweight in the world.
And now, of course, you were saying, Brazil's a dump, and it was hilarious to me, and some people took it the wrong way. But how was it when you got back to ATT, or if you even been back yet? But I'm sure the Brazilians at the gym know that you were just trying to hype the fight.
Yeah, because dude, let me interject here, because even at the post-fight press conference, Pedro Munoz knew exactly what you were doing, but then there were other people that were kind of taking offense to it.
I haven't been back to ATT yet. I've been on the road. I was doing some filming for Pro Wrestling Angle and Impact. We're on the show with my manager Dan Lambert, a couple of ATT guys. So I was in Canada for a week and a half, and then I was in Oregon for a little bit, and then I'm heading to Australia tomorrow for the UFC in Australia. So I haven't been back to ATT, but I don't really care, man. You think I care about if I'm hurting someone's feelings? I'm not a sensitive guy. I don't have emotions, so I'm detached from it. I'm doing what's best for me and my career. I'm not worried about someone else's career.
And man, what do you think about your teammate Dustin Poirier's performance last night? Because he went out there, he got the biggest win of his career, and he dominated.
He looked good, man. He's ready for title shot, man. They need to give him a big fight. He needs to get that number one contendership fight. The Gaethje Alvarez winner, and he's ready to go, man. He's hungry. He's in the best he's ever been. So he's an exciting fighter.
When are you trying to make that return to the octagon? I mean, I know it's not necessarily in your hands. I know you have to have a willing dance partner, but if it were up to you, man, when are you trying to get back in there?
I heard Tyron Woodley's asking for December 30th, so, maybe that might end up happening with me and Tyron December 30th in Vegas. So, I'm ready to go whenever, man. I commit my whole life to this. There's no partying for me. I live this, like I told you. I'm not only in the gym, but I live the lifestyle, and I live it year-round. So, I'm always ready to go on short notice. If he wants to go next week, we can go next week. If he wants to wait till December 30th, okay, I'll wait till December 30th for the prima donna.
And I think what you're doing with the pro wrestling thing is great. Are we going to consistently seeing you do these type of things?
If the timing works out, I would love to. You might see me in an angle in WWE or maybe even go over to Japan. But, it just depends on, with the timing because, I'm worried about getting the welterweight world title right now. That's my sole focus. And pro wrestling second backseat to that right now.
Well, Colby, we want to thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us right here, right now on Half the Battle. It's been a pleasure, man. The fans can follow you at Colby Cov MMA. Colby, any message for the fans before we go?
I'm the best welterweight in the world.